Hey guys, today we're checking out the OutIn portable espresso maker. That's next. One of my favorite things out in the backcountry is to have a nice cup of coffee. I never thought it'd be possible for me to actually have espresso while I'm out in the backcountry camping as well. But the cool thing is OutIn made that possible with their portable espresso machine. It is portable, it's lightweight, it's rechargeable, and it can heat up its own water for your espresso. So you don't need additional tools just to heat up water to make coffee. OutIn also gives you the option to use portable espresso pods with different adapters, or you can also use your own ground coffee. So let's make some espresso and let's check this out in a bit more detail. Hearing about the OutIn Nano really got me excited to try it out on my camping and overlanding trips. Luckily, OutIn reached out to me to see if I wanted to test out the new OutIn Nano, giving my honest thoughts and opinions. I received the OutIn Nano and I quickly saw that they are about leaving good first impressions. And you can see by the quality of their boxing in which they produce this OutIn Nano to come in. So I was really impressed with this, and everything's really well organized. There's nice charts and everything. So you have the main unit here in the OutIn Nano. I chose here the forest green. You also have a nice insulated cup here that is nice to be able to nest into the OutIn Nano itself, so it stacks in perfectly there. You also get a USB cord to charge it, as well as an adapter for your pods. You also get a dowsing spoon, so you can go ahead and get the right measurements. Looking at the unit here, it just feels like a quality unit. Really good build quality. It has some good weight to it as well. So you also have this lid here where you're gonna pour your water in. So we'll go ahead and take this little sleeve off here. And then underneath here, you have your insulated cup, and then you can go ahead and screw this off here. And that's gonna give you access to your ground coffee basket. This comes in various colors as well. I like this forest green one here. On the top here, this is where you will pour your water in, and you actually have some markings on the inside for measurements from 50 milliliters all the way up to 70 milliliters. On the back side here, you also have a charging port. Looking at the front of the unit here, you have your OutIn logo here, and the O is actually the power button. So to see how much power you have left in here, you just tap the power button and it'll blink and shows you how much battery you have. So this one was about half there, so it could use some charging. They really have a good attention to detail, and I really like this design. It's about the size of a water bottle. So let's hear a little bit about the specs here. OutIn says that bar pressure is key to deciding the quality of coffee. Nano is industry-leading 20 bar pressure pump brews coffee with unbelievable crema that is comparable to any countertop machines, delivering a silky smooth tasting espresso, just like having a barista with you at all times. With the OutIn Nano, you can have rich crema espresso anywhere you choose. The OutIn Nano sells new for $150. I will have a link in the description with a discount code if you are interested. The Nano weighs 700 grams, or that's 24.6 ounces, or the equivalent of 1.5 pounds. So it's not super lightweight, probably not something you're gonna wanna take backpacking or anything like that, especially if you're a gram weenie like me. But this is great if you're gonna go off the grid camping in your car, overlanding, anything like that, where weight isn't that big of an issue. This is really nice to have handy. The battery is a 7,500 milliamp hour battery. So like I said, if you're pouring in cold water, it will be able to heat it up, and you can get about 4 brews on one charge. But if you're actually pouring in your own preheated water on a full charge, this will give you about 200 brews. Charging is also simple with this USB Type-C input here on the back, and it's also covered by this protection tab to help it prevent any of the elements or rain from getting in. This gives you great dependability, and it makes it an IPX6 rating as far as water resistance. What you should expect from a nice espresso is rich crema, and OutIn is able to deliver that as well, and it can produce up to 92 degrees Fahrenheit through the 20 bars of pressure to give you that rich crema at an excellent temperature. If you're using cold water and needing the OutIn Nano to heat it up, it'll take about 3.5 minutes if you're using about 50 milliliters of water. If you're using about 70 milliliters of water, it'll be closer to about 5 minutes. The cool thing about the OutIn is it gives you 2 options to brew your espresso. One, you can either use your own coffee grind, which you have this coffee basket here. It has a nice lid and a built-in metal filter in there as as well. So fill that about 80% if you do want to do your own coffee grind. But another option is they give you this adapter here to go ahead and use these Expresso pods. So let's check out how to use it using the ground coffee, but also the Nespresso pods. All right, so first I'm gonna go ahead and grind my own coffee, and I have this Pactum Tenebras Dark, so it's a dark coffee that we're gonna have here. I also have my Vessel coffee grinder that I use when I'm out camping, and I'm gonna go ahead and grind it in pretty fine grain, and then I'll show you how we can put this together. All right, so I have my ground coffee nicely here, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this cup up. And right now I have the adapter for the pods, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off here and set that aside. And you're gonna wanna have your adapter for the coffee grounds. So the difference between the two is fairly obvious. This one right here is going to be for your coffee pods, and this one right here is going to be more for your ground coffee. So we're gonna go ahead and use that one. Now, they do give you a measuring cup to put the right amount, but I actually left that at home. So we're just going to estimate, and we'll have plenty of coffee that we need. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour some of the ground in there. Hopefully not make too much of a mess. All right, we're just gonna cap that off there. And then what you're gonna wanna do is go ahead and put on your cap, like so. So then you're gonna go ahead and put that in there. So you're gonna go ahead and take the lid here, lock it all in place, and you're ready to go. So we're gonna put it right here. All right, so right now we have it all ready to go. And now we just need to add water. And at the top here, you can actually see there's lines so that you can measure the appropriate amount. Okay, so I have my water here, and we're gonna go ahead. All right, water has been added. You're gonna wanna go ahead and add your lid there. And then what you wanna do to start it is you have your button here, and you want to just go ahead and hold this until you hear a beep. There's the beep. Now you have these progress lights, and it's actually warming up the water. All right, so now you can hear the water boiling. That's what the fourth light means. It'll go ahead and beep when it's ready, and we'll just go ahead and unleash it from this cup, and we'll look at the espresso here. Oh yeah, that smells really good too. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test it. Oh, that's good. Super smooth as well. Did an excellent job heating that up. So nice and hot, really smooth. And the nice thing about this is you can grind it to your own grain size that you prefer. I did a bit fine. Now, if you've already preheated your water and you just directly add it to the Nano so it doesn't need to heat it up itself, simply double tap the O power button and it will begin directly to dispense your espresso. Now let's talk about how to use it with the coffee pods. So basically you're gonna want to take off that filter basket that has the ground coffee. And instead you're going to replace it with the coffee pod basket. So looking at the coffee pod basket, it's a good shape for these coffee pods from Nespresso. They fit nicely in here, but as you see, there's like 3 little arms that are up inside there, and that's gonna puncture this pod when it's directly in there. Once you have that, simply turn it upside down into that basket and screw it back onto the base of the OutIn Nano. From there, you're gonna wanna go ahead and take the lid off and then go ahead and pour in your water. Once the lid is closed and everything's set in place, go ahead and hold down the power button until you hear the beep, and now it's heating. Oh yeah. All right, so both really awesome options, the pod or ground coffee. I tend to prefer the ground coffee because I can get it extra fine for my liking and have it a little bit stronger. But either way, you're gonna get a rich crema and it's nice and smooth and really good. All right, so concluding thoughts. Is this a good buy? I think it actually is. This is something that is going to be in my overlanding setup from now on in the Jeep. I think it's a great buy because the pros really outweigh the cons. And the first pro is it's portable. I can take this in a variety of places and it's not big and bulky to get nice quality espresso. Another pro is it heats up its own water. So I don't need an extra stove or anything like that just to boil water. I can do it all in this one device. Another pro is it's versatile. I can use the espresso pods, but I can also grind my own coffee. So I like having those two options. Another pro is it's rechargeable by USB-C. So you can recharge it very easily. You can connect it to a solar panel, a battery power bank, and you can always power it very easily. Another pro about it is the espresso is really good. For a portable device, this can give you nice quality espresso. Now let's consider the cons. There are a few cons. First of all, if you are going to take it camping and have it heat its own water, this can only do it about 4 times before it's out of battery. It doesn't come with a travel case. This thing can get scratched up and nicked if you just throw it out somewhere in a storage area. But if you have a nice travel case, this will be able to be nice and protected. And OutIn does sell a travel case. I do wish it was included with the unit. Another con about it is it's not light. So you're not gonna take this backpacking or anything like that. At least I wouldn't. I would take this in my Jeep for overlanding where weight's not really an issue. So what do you think of the OutIn portable espresso maker? Is this something that you're gonna add to your overlanding or camping setup? Let me know in your comments what you thought. If you like what you saw, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe for more camping content like this. And as always, thanks for watching.